Welcome to video lecture on joint probability distribution. So in this video, we discuss about joint probability distribution for discrete random variables. So joint probability is a probability of two or more events happening together. So here we consider only two events. So joint probability is a probability of two events happening together. Suppose A and B are any two events, then joint probability of A and B is denoted by P of A and B, which is equal to P of A intersection B. For example, probability of getting head and number 4 when you flip a coin and roll a die together. Suppose you flip a coin and roll a die together. So you want the probability of getting head and the number 4. So probability of getting head, if I divide by event A, so P of A will be 1 by 2. So there is a 50% chance that you get head when you flip a coin. Similarly, the probability of getting 4, so if I denote that event as B, the probability of B is 1 by 6. So out of 6 possibilities, when you roll a die, so there is one possibility of getting the number 4. So then the joint probability will be probability of getting head and 4. So which is equal to P of A intersection B. So as we know, flipping a coin and rolling a die are two independent events. So probability of A intersection B will be probability of A into probability of B. So which is 1 divided by 12. So 1 by 12 is the joint probability of getting head and the number 4 when you flip a coin and roll a die together. So joint probability is the probability of two events happening together. So another example, suppose we want to find the probability of getting the number 12 when you roll two dice together. So probability of getting the sum as 12 when you roll two dice together. So which is possible only if you get 6 on both the dice. So probability of getting 6 on one die, so say P of A is 1 by 6. Similarly, probability of getting 6 on the other die, so if I divide it by P of B, so it is also 1 by 6. Then the joint probability will be probability of getting 12, which is nothing but probability of getting 6 on one die and 6 on the other die. It is P of A intersection B. So again, both are independent. So it is equal to P of A into P of B, which is 1 divided by 36. So joint probability is the probability of two events happening together. Now let us take a scenario. Suppose a survey is conducted from 1000 individuals to know their favorite sport. And suppose the following data is collected. Suppose in the survey, so there are 1000 individuals participated. Among 1000, there are 530 male and 470 female who took part in the survey. So their favorite sports being cricket, soccer, and other games. So it is observed that 150 male, they like cricket, 250 female like cricket. Similarly, 300 male and 120 female, their favorite sport is soccer. 80 male and 100 female have other sports as their favorite one. So if you add this row wise, so there are 400 individuals, irrespective of the gender, 400 individuals like cricket. For 420, soccer is the favorite sport. And for 180 individuals, the other sports. So all put together, there are 1000 individuals who took part in the survey. Now let me divide each of these numbers by 1000, just to convert them to percentage. So we get 15% of the male like cricket, 25% of the female like cricket. Similarly, 30% and 12% of the male and female like soccer, 8% of the male 10% of the female, they like other sports. Here, if you observe this 0.15 is the probability that a male whose favorite sport is cricket. So this probability, we call it as the joint probability. So it is a probability of male and the favorite sport is cricket. So P of male and cricket is 0.15. In the same way, probability of female and favorite sport cricket is 0.25, that is 25%. Probability of male and soccer is 0.3 and so on. So these probabilities represent the joint probability. So all these probabilities put together, we call it as joint probability distribution. And if you observe, the sum of all these values is 1. So we call it as total probability is 1. Similarly, if you observe this 0.4, so 0.4 represents the 40% of the individuals. Without taking the gender into consideration, 40% of the individuals, their favorite sport is cricket. So this value is called as marginal probability. So 0.4 is the probability of favorite sport is cricket. So P of cricket is 0.4. Similarly, 0.42 represents 42% of the individuals, they like soccer. Similarly, 18% of the individuals who took part in the survey, they like other sports. So these probabilities are called as marginal probabilities. So all this put together, it is called as marginal probability distribution. And again, the sum of all these values is 1. So total probability is 1. So in a similar way, 0.53 and 0.47 represents 53% of the male took part in the survey and 47% of the female. So this is also the marginal probability distribution with respect to gender. So this is the marginal probability distribution with respect to the sport, and this is the marginal probability distribution with respect to the gender. So this is the joint probability distribution, and the sum is 1. The total sum is 1. If I denote the sport by the random variable x and the gender by the random variable y. So x takes 3 values here: cricket, soccer, and other sports. And y takes 2 values: male and female. Then these values are represented by P of x comma y. So P of x comma y means it is a probability that the capital X, the random variable x, takes the value small x, and the random variable capital Y takes the value small y. For example, this 0.15 is a probability that x is equal to cricket and y is equal to male. 0.12 represents the probability that x is equal to soccer and y is equal to female, and so on. So these values are represented by P of x comma y. And these marginal probability distributions, again the sum is 1. So this column sum is 1, this row sum is also 1. So once again, if x denotes the sports and y denotes the gender, so this column represents P of x. It is denoted by P of x. So this is the marginal probability distribution for x. And this sum is denoted by P of y. So sum of each column is denoted by P of y. So this is a marginal probability distribution for the random variable y. So let us define in general. Suppose x and y are 2 discrete random variables. Suppose x takes the values x1, x2, x3, so up to xm, and y takes the values y1, y2, y3 up to yn. Then the joint probability mass function, it is denoted by pxy and is defined as pxy is equal to the probability that the random variable x takes the value small x and the random variable y takes the value small y. The conditions are this P of xy will be greater than or equal to 0, and the sum of all the values, the total probability is always equal to 1. So any function two variables satisfying these two conditions is called as probability mass function, whereas P of x comma y represents the joint probability. The joint probability that x takes the value small x and the random variable y takes the value small y. So this is the joint probability distribution table. Here the first column is for the random variable x. The first row is for the values taken by the random variable y. So x takes x1, x2, x3 up to xm. The values taken by y are y1, y2, y3 up to yn. So the values given in these blue cells are the joint probabilities. So P of x1, y1 means it is a probability that x takes the value x1 and y takes the value y1. So P of x1 comma y2 is the joint probability that x takes the value x1 and y takes the value y2 and so on. And when you add all these values, all these joint probabilities, the sum is going to be 1. So these are called as joint probability distribution. Next, if you take the sum of each row, so sum of the values in the first row, so it is going to be P of x1. So P of x1 represents the marginal probability that P, that is the x takes the value x1, the probability that x takes the value x1. Similarly, the sum of the values in the second row is going to be P of x2 and so on. So the sum of all these marginal probabilities is also equal to 1. Similarly, if you add the values in each column, so the first column, it is going to be P of y1. So this represents the probability that y takes the value y1. So this is called as marginal probability. Similarly for other values. So this last row and this last column, so they represents marginal probability distribution. So sum of this last row is also 1. The sum of all the marginal probabilities is 1. Similarly, the sum of this last column is also 1. So this is called as joint probability distribution table. So we have a few definitions here. The covariance of x comma y, where x and y are two random variables. The covariance of x and y is defined as expected value of xy, x into y, minus expected value of x into expected value of y, where expected value of xy is given by the double summation xy p of xy, where x is the small x is the value taken by the random variable x, y is the value taken by the random variable y, and p of xy is the corresponding joint probability. This total sum is divided by is expected value of xy. Similarly, the expected value of x is the summation x into p of x. The expected value of y is summation y into p of y. Then we have the correlation coefficient, so which gives how strong the relation is between x and y. So as we know, R is given by covariance of xy divided by standard deviation in x into standard deviation in y. So covariance of x comma y is given by this formula. Expectation of xy minus expectation of x into expectation of y. And sigma x, the standard deviation x is, it is square root of the variance, which is given by expected value of x square, expectation of x square minus expectation of x to the power 2. Similarly, sigma y will be expectation of y square minus expectation of y whole square. So this formula gives the coefficient of correlation. Suppose the random variables x and y are independent. So there are two ways of testing whether they are independent. So one is if the joint probability is equal to the product of the individual probabilities, the marginal probabilities. So P of xy is equal to P of x into P of y. Then x and y are independent random variables. Or if x and y are independent random variables, then covariance of x comma y will be 0. So if P of xy is equal to P of x into P of y, x and y are independent. Or covariance of xy, if it is equal to 0, then x and y will be the independent random variables. So let us take few examples. The first example, the joint probability distribution of two random variables. So it is given by, so this is table representing the joint probability distribution of x and y, where x takes the values 1 and 2, y takes the values -2, -1, 4 and 5, and these are the corresponding joint probabilities. So point 1 represents the probability that x is equal to 1 and y is equal to -2. Point 2 is the probability that x is equal to 1 and y is equal to -1, and so on. The question is to find the marginal distributions of x and y and the coefficient of correlation between x and y. So to find the marginal probabilities, so add each of the rows. So 0.1 plus 0.2 plus 0 plus 0.3, we get 0.6. Similarly, sum of these values, we get 0.4. So these represents the marginal probabilities for the random variable x. So x takes the value 1 and 2, and the corresponding marginal probabilities 0.6 and 0.4. So this is the marginal probability distribution for the random variable x. Similarly, to find the marginal distributions for the random variable y, add each column. 0.1 plus 0.2, that is 0.3. This is 0.3. This sum is 0.1. This sum is 0.3. So the marginal distribution for y is given by this table. So these are the marginal probability distributions for x and y. Next, to find the coefficient of correlation, first we find expectation of x. So expectation of x means it is summation x into p of x. So summation of x into p of x is multiply x with the corresponding probability 1 into 0.6 plus 2 into 0.4. To find expectation of y, so take summation y into p of y, that is -2 into 0.3 plus -1 into 0.3 plus 4 into 0.1 plus 5 into 0.3. So we get expectation of x as 1.4 and expectation of y as 1. Also, we need expectation of x square, which is given by summation x square into p of x. So square the values of x and multiply with the corresponding p of x. So that is 1 square into 0.6 plus 2 square into 0.4. So you get expectation of x square as 2.2. Similarly, expectation of y square will be y square into p of y. We get it as 10.6. Then expectation of xy, that is each value of x is multiplied with the corresponding value of y and the joint probability. So we get like this. So the first value of x is 1 multiplied with the first value of y, that is -2, the corresponding joint probability, that is 0.1. So the same thing is done with all the values of x and y. So this sum comes to be 0.9. So 0.9 is the expectation of x into y. Then using these values, you can find this standard deviation of x, that is expectation of x square minus expectation of x whole square. So this comes as 0.49. So expectation of x square is 2.2 minus 1.4 square, we get 0.49. Similar standard deviation in y, we get it as 3.1. Then covariance is given by expectation of xy minus expectation of x into expectation of y. So expectation of xy is 0.9 minus 1.4 into 1. So it is minus 0.5. Then the coefficient of correlation is R is equal to covariance of xy, that is minus 0.5 divided by 0.49 into 3.1. So this comes as minus 0.3292. So minus 0.3292 is the coefficient of correlation between x and y. So there is a negative correlation with 0.3292 as the strength of that relation. So let us take one more example. If fair coin is tossed 3 times, let x denotes 0 or 1 according as head or tail occurs in the first toss. That means if you get head in the first toss, x takes the value 0. And if tail occurs in the first toss, x takes the value 1. And the random variable y denote the number of heads occur. So the total number of heads occur in each toss. So it is denoted by the random variable y. So we are supposed to find the joint distribution, the marginal distributions, the covariance, and expectation of x plus y. Here, a fair coin is tossed 3 times. X is 0 or 1 according as you get head or tail in the first toss. And y denotes the number of hits which occur. So sample space will be, so we are tossing a coin 3 times. So there will be 8 possibilities. So the first one is the first toss head, second toss head, third toss head. Or it can be first toss head, second tail, third head, and so on. So in out of these 8 possibilities, in 4 possibilities, the first toss will be head. In the remaining 4 possibilities, the first toss will be tail. Totally there are 8 possibilities. So for the sample points H, 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 X is the random variable which takes 2 values, 0 or 1. It takes 0 if the first toss is head, and it takes 1 if the first toss is tail. So in these first 4 possibilities, where the first toss is head, X takes the value 0. And the next 4 possibilities, the first toss is tail, so X takes the value 1. And Y denotes the number of heads obtained. So if you observe here, there are 3 heads obtained, so Y takes the value 3. Here we have 2 heads, so Y takes the value 2. So Y is the total number of heads. Here again Y is 2. Here Y is 1 because there is only one head. So once again here Y takes the value 2. In these 2 cases 1. And last case there is no head here, so Y takes the value 0. Now using this, we'll try to write the joint probability distribution. So prepare this table. So first column is for the values taken by X. So when the first toss is head, X takes the value 0. If the first toss is tail, X takes the value 1. Y denotes the total number of heads. So Y takes the values 0, 1, 2, and 3. So there may be 0 heads, only 1 head, 2 heads, or all 3 may be heads. The values taken by Y are 0, 1, 2, and 3. Now this first value, so the number in this cell represents the joint probability that X takes the value 0 and Y takes the value 0. So X takes the value 0, Y takes the value 0 means the first toss should be head and number of heads should be 0. Okay, here search for the possibilities where you have both zeros, X0 and Y0. So if you observe here, such possibility is not there. So it is not possible to get the first toss as head and number of heads as 0. So that is an impossible event. Therefore, the probability is 0. So the value in this cell represents X is 0 and Y is 1. So X0, Y1. So there is one possibility. X is 0, Y is 1. So the probability becomes 1 divided by the total possibilities, that is 8. So this 1 by 8 represents the probability that the first toss is head and number of heads is 1. So first toss head, the number of heads is 1. So there is only one possibility, that is H, T, and T. So therefore the probability is 1 by 8. So next, the value in this cell represents the first toss is head and the number of heads 2. So first toss is head and number of heads is 2 means we should have H, T, H or H, H, T. So there are only 2 possibilities, X0, Y2, X0, Y2. So this probability is 2 divided by 8. And the value in this cell represents the first toss is head and the number of heads is 3. So that means we should have all 3 heads. So first toss is head, the number of heads is 3. So X0, Y3. So only one possibility, the probability is 1 by 8. Similarly, X is equal to 1, Y equal to 0. X1, Y0, we have one possibility here, that is 1 by 8. X1, Y1. So X is equal to 1, Y is equal to 1. We have 2 possibilities. So probabilities, sorry, X is equal to 1, Y is equal to 2. We have only one possibility. So that is 1 by 8. X is equal to 1, Y is equal to 3. So X is equal to 1, Y is equal to 3. So X is equal to 1 means the first horse is tail. Y is equal to 3 means the number of heads should be 3. So that is an impossible event. Therefore, the probability is 0. So this represents the joint probabilities. And the verification is the sum of all these values must be equal to 1. So 1 by 8 plus 2 by 8 plus 1 by 8. Similarly, plus 1 by 8 plus 2 by 8 plus 1 by 8. So we should get the sum as 1. So we get 1 plus 2 3 plus 1 4 plus 1 5 plus 2 7 plus 1 8. 8 by 8 we get it as 1. So these represents the joint probability distribution. Next, if you want the marginal distributions, so add each row. So to get the marginal distribution for the random variable x, which is given by p of x, so add these values 0 plus 1 by 8 plus 2 by 8 plus 1 by 8. So we get 4 by 8, that is 1 by 2. Similarly, the sum of these values. So 1 by 2 represents the marginal distribution for the random variable x. Similarly, to find the marginal distribution for random variable y, add each of these columns. So 0 plus 1 by 8, 1 by 8 plus 2 by 8 and so on. So we get 1 by 8, 3 by 8, 3 by 8 and 1 by 8 as the marginal distribution for the random variable y. So again, you can verify the sum of all these values is going to be 1. Similar sum of these two values is also 1. So these are the marginal distributions for x and y. So next we want the covariance. For that we need expectation of x, that is summation x into p of x. So multiply x with the corresponding value of p of x. So multiply this x with p of x, that is 0 into 1 by 2 plus 1 into 1 by 2. So we get expectation of x as 0.5. Similarly, to find the expectation of y, multiply this y values with the corresponding p of y. 0 into 1 by 8 plus 1 into 3 by 8 plus 2 into 3 by 8 plus 3 into 1 by 8. So we get expectation of y as 1.5. So expectation of xy. So expectation of xy means x into y into corresponding probability. It is 0 into 0 into 0 plus 0 into 1 into 1 by 8 plus 0 into 2 into 2 by 8 and so on, plus 1 into 0 plus into 1 by 8, 1 into 0 into 1 by 8, 1 into 1 into 2 by 8, plus 1 into 2 into 1 by 8 and so on. So we get expectation of xy as 0.5. So then the covariance is expectation of xy minus expectation of x into expectation of y. It comes as minus 0.25. That is 0.5 minus 0.5 into 1.5. We get minus 0.25. And we want expectation of x plus y, which is expectation of x plus expectation of y. It is 0.5 plus 1.5. We get it as 2.0. So we'll take one more example. 2 marbles are drawn from a box containing 3 blue, 2 red and 3 green marbles. Here x is the number of blue marbles drawn and y the number of red marbles. So x denotes the number of blue marbles and y denotes the number of red marbles. So find joint distribution of x and y, the marginal distributions for x and y, and expectation of x and expectation of y. So the total number of marbles what we have is 3 blue, 2 red and 3 green. So totally there are 8 marbles. So we are drawing 2 marbles at a time. So the number of ways of drawing 2 marbles from 8 marbles. So the number of ways of drawing 2 from 8 marbles. So using the combinations, we get 8C2, which is 28. In 28 different ways, we can draw 2 marbles from 8 marbles. Now let us write the joint probability distribution. So again, construct this table now. X denotes the number of blue marbles. So there are 3 blue marbles. So we can have x as 0, 1, 2, and 3. And y denotes the number of red marbles. So we have 2 red marbles there. So y takes the value 0, 1, and 2. Now, the number in this cell represents the joint probability that x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. Means it represents the probability of drawing 0 blue marbles and 0 red marbles. But we are drawing 2 marbles at a time here. So probability of drawing 0 blue marbles and 0 red marbles means both the marbles drawn are green. So there are 3 green marbles. So you have to draw 2 from 3 green marbles. That is 3C2 divided by 8C2. So 3C2 is 3. 3 divided by 28. So 3 is the number of ways of drawing 2 marbles from the 3 green marbles. That is 3C2, which comes as 3 divided by 28. The value in this cell is x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1. Means drawing 0 blue marbles and 1 red marble. So out of 2, there is no blue marble, but there is 1 red marble. That means we need to draw 1 red marble and 1 green marble. So 1 red from 2 red, that is 2C1. 1 green from 3 green, that is 3C1. So 2C1 into 3C1. So 2C1 is 2, 3C1 is 3. So get 6 by 28. So the value here is x is equal to 0, y equal to 2. So no blue marbles are drawn, but both the marbles are red here. So draw 2 red marbles from 2 red marbles. It is 2C2. So 2C2 comes as 1. So it is 1 by 28. So you are drawing both the red marbles. So there is only one possibility of getting 2 red from 2 red is 2C2. That is 1 by 28. Next, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 0. Means draw 1 blue marble, no red marble. Means 1 blue and 1 green. So 1 blue from 3 blue, that is 3C1. 1 green from 3 green, that is 3C1 again. So 3 into 3, we get 9 by 28. Similarly, 1 blue and 1 red, that is 3C1 into 2C1. So 3C1 is 3, 2C1 is 2, so get 6 by 28. Here x is equal to 1, y equal to 2. So draw 1 blue and 2 red. So that means you have to draw 3 marbles. But here we are drawing only 2 marbles at a time. So this is not possible. Out of 2 marbles, we cannot have 1 blue and 2 red. So this probability is going to be 0. So it is an impossible event. Next, x equal to 2 means both blue marbles, no red marble. So both blue from 3 blue, that is 3C2 divided by 28 comes as 3 by 28. So this is 2 blue and 1 red. Again, it becomes 3 marbles, which is not possible. This is also not possible. Similarly, all these probabilities are not possible. All these are impossible events. So this is the joint probability distribution. And again, if you observe, the total sum is going to be 1. So 3 plus 6, 9, 10, 19, 25, 23 by 25 plus 3, 28 by 28, we get the sum as 1. So this represents the joint probability distribution. And next, if you want to find the marginal distribution for x, add all these values, 3 by 28 plus 6 by 28 plus 1 by 28, which comes as 10 by 28. Similarly, the sum of all these values is 15 by 28, and this is 3 by 28. So these are the marginal distributions for x. Similarly, by adding each column, we get the marginal distributions for y. Next, we want the expectation of x, which is summation x into p of x. So it is sum of x into p of x. It is 0 into 10 by 28 plus 1 into 15 by 28 plus 2 into 3 by 28 plus 3 into 0. So this comes as 21 by 28. Expectation of y will be summation y into p of y. It is y into p of y. 0 into 15 by 28 plus 1 into 12 by 28 plus 2 into 1 by 28, which comes as 14 by 28. So these are the expected values of x and y. Take one more, the last example. The joint probability distribution of two discrete random variables x and y is given by p of xy is equal to some constant c into 2x plus y, where x takes the value from 0 to 2 and y takes the values from 0 to 3. Remember, x and y are discrete random variables. For other values of x and y, the probability mass function is 0. We have to find a constant c, the probability that x is equal to 1, y equal to 3, the probability that x is greater than or equal to 1, y less than or equal to 2, and the marginal distributions of x and y. So to find the constant c, first let us construct the joint probability distribution. So this is the mass function given. So x takes, it is a discrete random variable varying from 0 to 2, means x takes the value 0, 1 and 2, and y takes the value 0, 1, 2 and 3. Now to get these joint probabilities, put x equal to 0, y equal to 0 here, we get 2 into 0 plus 0 into c, we get 0. Put x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1, we get 2 into 0 plus 1 into c. Substitute x equal to 0, y is equal to 2, you get 0 plus 2 into c. So similarly we get for all the values here by substituting x and the corresponding value of y in this function. So this is a joint probability distribution. And the sum of all these values is equal to 42 into c. So if the given function is the joint probability mass function, then the total sum should be equal to 1. That means 42c should be equal to 1. So we get c is equal to 1 by 42. So the value of c is 1 by 42. Next, we want the probability that x takes the value 1 and y takes the value 3. So x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 3, which is 5c. X is equal to 1, y equal to 3. The joint probability is 5c. So c is 1 by 42. So probability is 5 by 42. So next we want the probability that x takes the value greater than or equal to 1 and y takes the value less than or equal to 2. X is greater than or equal to 1 means x takes the value 1 and 2. Y is less than or equal to 2 means y takes the value 0, 1 and 2. Now take all the possibilities. X is equal to 1, y equal to 0. X equal to 1, y equal to 1. X1, y2. Similarly, x2, y0. X2, y1. X is 2, y is 2. So these values are nothing but, so these values in this table. X equal to 1, y equal to 0, x equal to 1, y equal to 1 and so on. So the total sum here, the sum of all these values is going to be 24c. And c is 1 by 42. The probability is 24 by 42. So next we want the marginal distributions. So add each row. So you get 6c, 14c, 22c. So x takes 0, 1, 2. The corresponding probability is 6c. C is 1 by 42. We get 6 by 42, 14 by 42, 22 by 42. Similarly, the marginal distribution of y is adding each column here. We get for y equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. The corresponding probabilities are 6c. That is 6 by 42, 9 by 42, 12 by 42, and 15 by 42. So these are the marginal distributions of x and y. Thank you.